little bit longer than an hour. I have to agree. So do bear with. I'm sorry for the long thing. So to catch up with what I'm doing at the moment. So this case starts off with multiple body parts from a single individual that's been dismembered falling from the sky. We've just discovered that it's probably a drone dropping them off. But we also want to confirm whether or not it is the person that they say it is as well. So we've just been sent the documents on drones. So let's read the first one. A drone might be able to carry a mutilated corpse. Let's read through this document. So, Civil Aeronautics Act, Chapter 1, General Provisions, Article 222. The term unmanned aircraft vehicle as used in this act refers to any airplane, rotorcraft, glider, airship, and other air navigation equipment specified by the Cabinet Order that is structurally inaccessible to human passengers and can be flown by remote control or automatic pilotage, an aircraft that is automatically piloted by a program, excluding those specified by Ordinance of the Ministry of Land, Infrastructure, Transport and Tourism as having no risk of jeopardizing the navigational safety of aircraft or the safety of people and property on the ground or on the water, taking into account its weight and other factors. The load capacity for a standard drone with a maximum takeoff weight of less than 25 kilograms is about 5 kgs, while a large-sized drone with a maximum takeoff weight of more than 25 kilograms has one of around 30 to 50 kilograms. However, strong winds or updrafts may affect the load capacity. Strong winds or updrafts may influence drone parameters, causing their speed, battery life controls, programmed flight route, load, weight, etc. to reach unintended values. To ensure drones operate as intended, use must be discontinued immediately if wind speeds exceed 5 meters per second. It's not very fast. Is that meters or miles? I don't know. No, they're metric. So, right, let's go through it and see if we can find any words that stand out. Probably around the weight is probably the one that stands out the most, but you never know. Okay, I don't think. Load capacity is the word that stands out. It says drones have different load weights. If the average drone's load weight is 5 kilograms, then they can't carry anything too heavy. Since drones fly, they would be easily affected by the wind. So that's just taken all the... Okay, and the second one... Right, load, weight, FICO, outdoor, indoor, blah, 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 blah. RTK, real-time kinematic positioning uses relative positioning as opposed to conventional GPS, which uses single-point positioning. By using this method to receive satellite signals from both a fixed station and mobile station, highly accurate positioning information can be acquired. While positioning measurements from GPS have an error margin of a few meters, RTK can reduce this margin to only a few centimeters. Modern applications for this technology include drone shows, automated agricultural equipment, and transportation for delivery companies. Some may bear shapes other than crosses, depending on the model. Regular drones can only carry around 5 kilograms, so the torso would not be able to be carried. The legs and everything, otherwise. Real-time kinematic positioning. RTK? Seems like it's a function related to positioning. Maybe we can use that to find the flight routes. Huh? Good. It says drones have a GPS function. Maybe we can use that to find their flight routes. Oh, LED light. Okay. Do you know who flew this drone and from where? Drones calculate the position using GPS to fly along a route designated by their operators. That means that we can tell a drone's flight route by following their GPS. There should be flight records of drones flying in the area when the footage was taken. I'll take a look. I'll put the flight routes of drones found with GPS that were in the area on the map. This makes it look like there weren't any drones above the scene of the incident that day. A lot of drones use GPS to get their positioning data, but there's another method called RTK. RTK stands for real-time kinematic. Unlike GPS, which only gets its positioning data from satellites, RTK also transmits to reference stations on the ground, making it possible to get even more accurate positioning data. GPS has a margin of error of about 2 meters, but with RTK, it's only a few centimeters. Seriously? I hear RTK is used in drone shows where they draw pictures in the sky. I'll check if there were any drones flying with RTK technology during the incident. The flight route of drones using RTK are now on the map. Oh, there were a couple. Look, there were 2 drones above the scene of the incident. Who could have flown them? You want to know who flew those 2 drones, right? The applications should be registered on a server, so I'll send them to you after I hack in. Okay. So we've got 4 permission slips. Yuzuru Chiyose. I would like to conduct a test flight for the following drone and will submit the relevant documents in accordance with Article. Okay. Name title Yuzuru Chiyose. This is the name of whoever flew this drone. 437 Komiya, Suginami-ku, Tokyo. There is an address listed. It must belong to whoever launched this drone. Name, title, department, office location, telephone number, email address, purpose of flight, flight only, flight address, 25810 Jingu Higashi Shibuya-ku, Tokyo Nanao Apartments roof. Confirmation of authorization under Article 13285, Paragraph 4, Item 2 of the Act and of approval and or several mandatory authorizations, etc. Status under Article 13286, Paragraph 5, Item 2 of the Act. No application required. Application currently under review. Okay, next. Not that one. Type of unmanned craft, test flight and overview. What's a multicopter? Specs. Weight 7.5. 25 to 35 kilo weight capacity. According to the autopsy report, the total weight of the body parts recovered was 52.6 kilograms. This drone couldn't have carried something that heavy. One of the following measures shall be taken to prevent the unmanned aircraft from deviating from the test flight area. An aide shall be assigned to ensure safety, such as... Okay, I don't think I'm going to get any information out of that. The second one. So this is 2 applications. Isa Kojima. Isa Kojima. So this person was flying a drone over Harajuku. Omenoki Suginami-ku. This address belongs to whoever flew this drone. Aerial photography is the purpose of the flight. The Dua building. No application required. Multicopter. Load capacity even less. This drone couldn't have carried the weight of a human body either. I really do think that a drone dropped the body parts though. So a drone really can't carry the weight of a human body. Oh wait, didn't one of the documents say strong winds or updrafts could change a drone's load weight? Looks like we'll have to look into what the wind was like at the scene of the incident and surrounding areas. Were there any strong winds at the scene during the incident? We should have a record of the weather report. Let's take a look at it. What's your emergency? What year is it? Monkey, I need you to go bath now. Ah! Yes, off you go, madam. No, monkey, no. What about lemonade? Is there any lemonade? Look, there were strong winds at the scene on the day of the incident. Do you think the strong winds or updrafts could have helped the drone stay up? Could that be possible? We need to find proof. Wind and lift. Are you saying you want to know to what degree drones are affected by wind? A friend of mine from my university has studied aerodynamics. I hear they've experimented with drones like that over there. I'll ask if my friend can send us some videos of the experiment. I'll forward them to you once they arrive. If it is possible for a drone to carry a mutilated corpse, then the person who launched the drone could be the same person who killed Yamanoi. Why did they kill Yamanoi? How did they know him? What kind of relationship did they have? So many questions to ask the suspect. We got the footage of the experiment. Let's take a look. I have to take a photo of them handing you the... Interesting. This video is of an experiment where a drone is carrying more than its load weight in an environment without wind. The lower right graph shows that it hits the ground pretty abruptly. I see, but this footage alone isn't enough information. Let's take a look at the second video. Interesting. This video is of an experiment where a drone is carrying more than its load weight in an environment with strong winds. The lower right graph shows that the drone draws a gentle curve. Lower right, you mean the lower left? Draws a gentle curve before hitting the ground. So it still goes down, but it goes down significantly slower. So, number one, that tells me that the drone didn't come far carrying what it carried. Didn't travel far. Probably from a rooftop. What? I love you. I love you. Without any wind, a drone carrying more than its load weight descends immediately. But with wind, a drone carrying more than its load weight can actually fly quite far. That means it is possible for a drone to have carried the mutilated corpse, which means whoever flew the drone is a suspect. Which of the two drones above the scene belonged to the suspect? We need to figure that out. Let's add this to the evidence board. How were objects heavier? There were strong winds at the scene of the incident. The suspect used the wind to make a drone carry the mutilated corpse. We have footage from an experiment that shows this really can extend a drone's flight range. Since it's possible a drone carried the mutilated corpse, our next question would be who flew the drone? It wouldn't be the guy who had the tiny photography one. I want to say... Can we get security footage of where both of these drones took off according to their flight plans? I should be able to get them by hacking into the data server. Give me a minute. I'm sending you footage from the entrance and roof of each building. Right, I'm actually interested in a specific one. I'm interested in Yuzuru's one because they've got the bigger one. They're going to the Jingu Higashi Nanao apartment roof. Someone showed up. That person's carrying something big. Come on, monkey.
After you walk, what you do is once you get to a uniform, you try to get it down. Love you.
Look, someone's on the roof. What's he doing?
He's mutilating a corpse.
He already has mutilated the corpse. His back is turned, so we can't really see what he's doing. Hmm? That's a pretty big drone. What's he doing with it? He dropped the drone? Is he planning on using the wind? Hmm. Check the other one. The Dewa building. I don't think this guy's going to have anything on him. His drone, he's set for just photography. How was that?
This one.
Hang on.
Back.
Sorry. I know there's a guy on the left-hand side, but I'm just getting rid of the evidence in the second video just for the sake of thoroughness. He's only got a little one, and he hasn't got a lot of stuff on him either. He didn't attach anything to his drone. I knew he wasn't going to. Wow.
Sorry, come on. How do we get up?
I already got a screenshot of his Facebook post. Comes and he goes. Okay. Okay. So that's the guy I'm interested in. So who launched the drone? He did. We have the suspect for this case. His address is written on the flight application. Now all the police have to do is catch him. Let's write up our report. Is that it? It was a really short one. I don't know if it's just because it's kind of like the first one on my own that I didn't. Huh? Look at the evidence I have on my board. There's like nothing there. Was the far-front skies phenomenon man-made? The phenomenon where strange things fall from the sky. Did a person cause it in this case? Yes. What tool was used to cause the phenomenon? Right, our investigation clearly shows that it was a person who caused this. Let's report on why the far-front skies phenomenon occurred. Some sort of tool must have been used in this case. Yes, the body parts were dropped by a drone. Why was the drone not spotted during the crime? A drone was used to carry the body parts, but why didn't any of the witnesses report seeing one? It was cloudy.
Yes. Fucking A.
Weather report. No, that's not what I've deduced. That's wrong. One witness statement noted that it was cloudy during the incident, like it was about to rain. Therefore, it's likely that the drone was obscured by the clouds. How could the mutilated corpse be dropped so accurately using a drone? The culprit of this case dropped the body in a crowded place on purpose. How was this possible? It was RTK. A drone's position can be controlled with either GPS or RTK, but RTK is more precise. The suspect was able to drop the body parts on that specific location using RTK technology. How was the drone able to carry parts of a corpse that were beyond its load capacity? Looking at the drone's specs, the weight of the body parts is clearly over its load capacity. Why was the drone able to carry something heavier than its load capacity? On the day of the incident, there were strong winds blowing in Harajuku. They could have used updrafts to load the drone with more weight than it could normally carry. Is there evidence that can identify the location from which the drone was launched? Do we have any evidence that proves where the suspect launched the drone from? Yes, we do. I think there are other possibilities. Is that really what you want to report? I think there are other possibilities. Okay. I chose the wrong piece of paper. It's this one. Right, the suspect committed the crime from the rooftop of a building away from the scene. Was the crime involving the drone perpetrated by a single person? Do you have any evidence that shows whether the culprit worked alone or with any accomplices? Based on the security camera footage of the scene, it appears the suspect acted alone. Is there any evidence containing information that could identify the suspect? Yes, the permission slip. Right. This person is definitely the suspect. Should we send this to Yuika? There. Those ones. Huh? No. No, I don't know where those are. Next morning. The Ministry of Economy, Trade and Industry will strengthen regulations on semiconductor manufacturing exports. The decision was made in response to the United States cracking down on semiconductors for military use. Semiconductor manufacturers express concern over the impact on export profits despite how effects are likely minimal. Breaking news just in. We have new developments on the mutilated body that was dropped on an intersection in Harajuku. Investigators have entered the home of a suspect who is thought to be involved in the Harajuku case. I repeat, investigators have entered the home of a suspect in the Harajuku dismemberment case. It is still unclear whether the suspect is in custody, but reports state that a body was found on the premises. More updates to come as soon as they are available. Next up is Greater Tokyo News. According to the January 1st notice on land prices from the Ministry of Land, Infrastructure, Transport and Tourism, more people are moving outside the 23 wards where land is cheaper, and this trend is projecting. Where did you see them? I haven't seen earphones like that in a while, babe. In her room? Shinjuku Central Park. What happened to the suspect? Just like the news said, when investigators entered his home, he was already dead. There was no sign of struggle, so forensics has deemed it a suicide. But why? Yamanoi's severed head was found at his residence. He likely intended to kill Yamanoi and expose him to the public before taking his own life. There were luminol reactions in the bathroom, and Yamanoi's hair was found in the drain and on a saw. The suspect's home was likely the scene of the murder. Do you know who did it? The culprit was Yuzuru Chiyose, 23-year-old student from a university here in the city. He was studying aerodynamics, which is how the police believe he thought up the crime. What's his relation to Yamanoi? Give me a hairband. A note was found in his home. Here it is. I already read it. To the Prime Minister, the people have a right to know. Politicians and their lackeys, the media, the public, nobody in this country wants to face the truth. The politicians live only to fatten your own purses, taking bribes in the guise of vested interests. Then there are selfish lackeys brainlessly licking your boots, incompetent, despicable, disgraceful. And the media? It has forgotten the spirit of journalism, hiding the truth behind meaningless scandals and lies. People are slaves to the lies created by the government, like a bunch of lambs being led to slaughter. But that's not what I want to expose. Kazushige Yamanoi, the madman who founded the psychics cult. He deceived my mother and stole my family from me, ruining the peaceful life I should have had. A simple life full of laughter with friends as we make our way to school. A life where I'd talk with my parents about how I've matured. A life where I'd meet my beloved and lifelong partner. Well, he dismembered a guy and scattered him across Harajuku. Yeah. In this nation, the rich and powerful rob the weak and even commit murder for their own selfish gain. But no matter who they hurt, they are never made to answer for their sins and continue to live in peace. And those left behind with no place to go are driven to the edge of despair with no hope of salvation. Yamanoi is a sinner, and sinners must be judged. The people have a right to know who the true villains are. The people have a right to know where true justice can be found. And that is why I made my decision. I'm sure whoever finds this letter will also see my dead body. Take a good look at my face. You'll see that I'm smiling. Because my plan succeeded and I've been saved. Chiyose's mother was a believer in the psychics cult. She joined in 1997. Joined in 1997. It seems that because of that, he was a loner in high school. His mother died 2 years ago in the pandemic.
自らの境遇に悲観した千代瀬の山野井に対する憎しみは増していったようだ。
Things got worse for him after that, which I suppose caused his hatred towards Yamanoi to intensify.
私は伊能教団が山野井が生み出した悲劇は実験のために誘拐され日常を奪われた人たちや。
I thought the only lives that were ruined by Yamanoi and his cult were the people he kidnapped.
実験の犠牲になった人たち、その残された家族たちだけだと思っていたわ。
Those who died in his experiments and the families they left behind.
でもそれ以外にも教団によって
Yeah, because
家
I
庭や
woke her
人
up
生
this
を
morning.
壊された人たちがいる。
Brainy got to bed at like 3 o'clock in the morning. But I guess the cult destroyed even more lives than that.
営利目的の宗教団体に傾倒する信者とその家族の問題は、信者が教団に洗脳されているケースが多い。
Ardent believers of for-profit religious organizations often have family strife due to
アメ
brainwashing.
リカで1950年頃に誕生したピープルズ・テンプルというカルト教団が、
It happened with the People's Temple cult in America in the 1950s.
その家族とのトラブルが社会問題になった。
The number of families affected was so large it became a larger problem to society.
問題を重く見た下院議員が教団のコミュニティを訪問したが、その後襲撃され殺害された。
A concerned congressman visited the cult's community but was later shot and killed.
殺された？誰に？
Killed? By
犯
who?
人は教団の
A
信者たち
believer from the cult.
原宿の事件の調査はこれで終わりだ。容疑者死亡で警察も処理するだろう。
This puts an end to the Harajuku case. The suspect is dead, so the police will deal with the rest.
これで事件が幕引きだなんて。
It doesn't feel very satisfying to have a case end like this.
後味のいい犯罪なんてないさ。また連絡する。
No case ever ends well. I'll be in touch. Yuzuru Chiyose's suicide note and photo obtained. Nagatacho, Chiyoda, Tokyo. Prime Minister's residence. Very modest for a Prime Minister's residence.
お疲れ様です。
People you think Kim Jong Farmer.
How are you, sir?
ああ、ありがとう。
Good, thank you. Seems a bit young to be the Prime Minister as well. Hang on, that looks like
Look at me!
the mechanic.
I thought you did it.
You like Yagami.
今日の予定は
What's my schedule for today?
中で副総理がお待ちです。
The Deputy Prime Minister is waiting for
そ
you.
の後は
Then you have a meeting with the Chief Secretary on Cabinet Management at 3 p.m.
会が入っています。
そうか。
Let's see.
出席者ですが、
The attendees will be...
ちょっといいかい。
Do you have a moment?
ちょっと困ります。
Wait, sir, you can't...
すいません。今退去させ
I'm sorry, sir. I'll escort him out.
固いこと言うな
Oh,
よ。
calm down. I just want to
話
talk.
がしたいだけじゃね
Motora, what are you doing?
どちら様ですか？
And who might you be?
えか。新宿署の
Yujiro Motora from the Shinjuku PD.
新宿署？総理はお忙しいのよ。警察に話すことは何もないわ。
The Shinjuku PD? The Prime Minister is a busy man. He has nothing to say to the police.
そこをどいて。
Now please leave.
この場所は新宿署の管轄とは違うようですが、なぜここに？
I don't believe this area is under the Shinjuku PD's jurisdiction. Why are you here?
内閣総理大臣。
Prime Minister Seiichiro Kamakura.
原宿のバラバラ死体の事件を知ってる。
Do you know about the Harajuku dismemberment case?
ちょっと突然何？
Excuse me, how can you be so
プレーにも程
rude?
があるでしょ。
いや、
It's fine. Yes, sir.
原宿の事件のことを知っています。
I am aware of the Harajuku case.
注目を集めることが目的でしょうが、今は 事件を目撃された方のトラウマが心配です。
It was likely done for attention, and I am more concerned with the trauma of its witnesses.
その事件の犯人が総理
The
宛てに手紙を
perpetrator
残
left
し
a
ていた
letter for you.
読んだ
Did you
か
read it?
読みましたよ。
I have.
まさか5年前に世間を騒
I'm
がせた
surprised the
カ
cult
ルト
from 5 years ago was involved.
犯人は俗に言う二世信者ってや
The
つ
perpetrator was the son of one of its believers.
親が信者である以上頼れるのは入信していない親族か警察などの公的機関しかいない
Someone like that can only turn to uninitiated family members or government agencies like the police.
だが救いとなるはずの警察や政府が教団と癒着していた
But instead of saving him, the government and police were also in that cult's pocket.
その絶望たるや
I can't imagine the despair he must have felt.
何が言いたいんですか？
What are you trying to say?
犯人の千代瀬譲を生み出したのは
That we might be the ones responsible for Yuzuru Chiyose turning to crime.
千代瀬のやったことはいわばテロだ
Chiyose's actions could constitute
仮
terrorism.
に空から降ってきたのが
What if he had dropped a bioweapon or a bomb
爆
instead?
弾だったらどうなっていたと思う罪のない多くの人間の命が
A
奪わ
lot
れ
of
ていた
innocent people would have died.
5年前の事件で教団が消滅したと言ってもまだこうやって教団から被害を受けた人間は残っている
The cult was disbanded 5 years ago, but victims like him still remain.
きっとこれで終わりじゃね
This won't be the
え
end
甘
of
く考
it.
えていると第2第3のテロ
If
が
we don't act, there could be a second or even third attack.
あんたはどうやってテロを止める
So, how do you plan on stopping?
今度の国会に
I plan on proposing the Cult Victims Relief Act at the next session.
あ
文字通り
As the name implies, it's a bill that will provide relief to cult victims.
あなたが言うように政府と教団の
Like you
癒着がな
said,
ければ事件を防げた
if the government had not had dealings with the cult, this likely could have been
これ以
prevented.
上テロに走る人間を出さないた
I
め
plan on passing this measure to stop more people from turning to terrorism.
いやそういうことじゃなく
That's not what I...
なんだ、カムクラ君。
You're still
ま
here,
だこんなとこ
Kamukura?
ろにいたのか。
これは大月副総理。
Deputy Prime Minister Otsuki,
中で待っていたんだが。
do you know how long I've been waiting for you in there?
ここに姿を見せないもんでな。
お待たせして申し訳ありません
I apologize for the delay.
警察の
I
方と
lost track of time speaking with the police.
警察？まさかわしの闇献金について調べに来たとかじゃないだろうな。
The police? You're not investigating those little donations I make on the side, are you?
なんてな。
I kid, I kid.
おい。
Hey,
この総理官邸は
this place doesn't allow pets, so don't let any mangy mutts sniff
入れ
around.
ないようにしろ。
申し訳ございません。
My sincerest apologies.
なんだと
What did you say?
それじゃあ、カムクラ君。
Come on,
中で
Kamukura.
ゆっくり
Let's
話
have a
をし
nice
ようじゃな
long
いか。
chat.
おい
Hey,
テロリ
wait.
ストの次の標的は国民じゃなく
It's not just the public. The next attack could be a government. Ooh, who's this dude?
なんだお前は
Who are you?
総理は
I'm starting to think it's actually PlayStation, not the games we're playing.
お前の相手をする暇は
The Prime Minister is busy. He has no more time to spend on you. Be right back, guys. Are you sure? I can go up, that's not a problem.
なんだと
What'd you say?
ちょっとニーナ、早く来て。会合の準備をするわよ。
Mr. Nina, hurry. We have a meeting to prepare for.
俺に命令するな。
Don't tell me what to do, damn it.
何か言った？
Did you say something?
いえ、何も。
No, nothing. I'll be right there. End of case 2. Right, so I don't know if I got. I just popped my head upstairs just to help with stuff. I just want to quickly check trophies. Doesn't show. I'm just gonna blue screen for a second while I check my trophies for this game. So clear case 2. Oh, I got top marks for it. Yay! Demonstrate reasoning and evidence for all questions on case 2 report. That's 3. 4. Placed a sticky note on the evidence board for the first time. Listen to audio with the audio analysis software for the first time. I haven't done that yet. Reviewed materials from previous cases. There's a trophy for that. Okay. Went to the concept cafe for the first time during a break. Went to the shrine for the first time during a break. Went to Charles Joachim the first time during a break. Went to the hospital for the first time during a break. Fed the cat 3 times, fed the cat 5 times. Fed the cat 8 times, fed the cat 12 times. Fed the cat 16 times. There is a platinum for it. It's very rare. The platinum. But I think it's only very rare because it's a niche game. Alright, let's carry on. Mm.
世界は変わった。
The world has changed.
2019年12月に
Oh, the new voice.
発生した未知のウイルスによる新
The
型
new
感染症
unknown virus outbreak that began in Tokyo in December 2019.
あっという間に全国へ広がり、日本経済を支える多くの企業が新たな働き方を模索することとなった。
Quickly spread throughout the country, and many businesses essential to Japan search for new ways to operate.
外出自粛の大きな味方となったデリバリーサービス。こまめな除菌と消毒というルーチンワーク。
From delivery services to aid those remaining indoors and routine disinfectant
家
measures.
にいながらにしてチャットで打ち合わせや進捗確認などを行うリモートワークもその一つだ。
To working remotely from home using chat programs and other online services to facilitate communication.
旅行業界や飲食業界、それに関わるさまざまな業界が大きく業績を落ち込ませる中。
while tourism, restaurants, and their affiliates suffered.
リモートワークを有効活用できた IT 業界は業績を伸ばした。
IT companies that could use remote work effectively
ア
thrived.
ナログな存在が淘汰され、デジタルな存在が社会を支配していく様は、
The digital usurped the role of the analog as the dominant force in society.
世界を跋扈していた恐竜に代わり、類人猿が世界を支配していく様に似ている。
Dark farts. Parody smell edition. What the heck? Much like how apes once replaced dinosaurs as the rulers of the world.
やがて古きは消え、新しきものに全て置き換わるだろう。
Eventually, the new will completely replace the old.
それは今ではない。
But that's not always true.
その証拠に、新型感染症の猛威が去った今、古きものが全て消え去ったわけではない。
The proof is in how the old has not completely disappeared now that the pandemic has ended.
これからの時代は、物質的な意味でも、精神的な意味でも、共存という言葉が深い意味を持つのかもしれない。
In both material and spiritual sense, coexistence may become more important than ever.
で
We can hear.
は、共存を受け入れられない人間はどうなるのだろう。
The brain rot dolphin.
But what happens to those who cannot
対立
coexist?
か、排除か、それとも支配か。
Will they face opposition, elimination, perhaps domination?
そう、
Yes.
世界は変わってしまった。
The world has changed.
確実に。そして、ひそやかに。
And
その
those
変化は
changes,
僕たちの目の
struggling
前
just
で
beneath the surface,
現れようとしてい
threatening
た。
to burst out. Akasaka. Minato. Tokyo. Amanoe Hotel. 12th floor. 10 p.m.
いやー、大月先生。
Thank you so much for today, Mr. Otsuki.
いやいや、うまい肉だったよ。やっぱり肉は国産に限るな。
Oh, no, not at all. It was quality meat. Nothing compares to domestic.
カムクラ君にも食わせてやりたかったよ。
I wish Kamakura could have had some too.
カムクラ先生には
There's always next time.
このホテルもわしの祖父の代から利用しているが、相変わらず手入れが行き届いているな。
This hotel has been around since my grandfather's time, but it's as well maintained as ever.
古いものを大事にする精神こそ、この国の国民に
People of this
必要な
nation
ことだと
truly
わしは
should
思っている。
remember to treasure the old.
そうは思わないか。
Don't you agree?
先生のおっしゃる通
You
り
speak
で
the truth,
ございます。
古いものの価値を理解できてこそ、
Seeing the value in the
人間ができているというもの
old
だ。
is what demonstrates character.
若いカムクラ君にはわからないかもしれんがな。
Kamukura might just be too young to see that.
副総理、そろそろお時間です。
Mr. Deputy Prime Minister, it is time. What?
わあ、そうだ
Ah, that's right.
これからどちらへ？
Where are you headed next?
ん
Hmm?
もう夜も遅いしな。
It's getting late. I think I'll head home.
そうですか。
Alright.
どうぞお
Take
気をつけ
care
て
then. The elevator is
そ
here.
れじゃあまたな。
See you.
ありがとうございました。
Thank you. Yes. Which is nice because I can take out the trash before I leave on my way out. Why? Yeah, I'm late tomorrow. Oh my god, what's going on? Seven hours later. Oh. Akasaka. Amanoe Hotel again. 5 a.m.
ご苦労様です。
Inspector Motoro, sir.
ご苦労様です。
Inspector Motoro, sir.
ああ、ご苦労さん。
Yeah, hello to you too.
おお、よくこれだけ警官を
Wow,
集めたな。
sure a lot of officers here.
お偉いさんも政治家が絡むと
Guess that's what happens when a big shot politician is involved.
眠い。
I'm so sleepy.
なんで僕たちまで借り出
Why
さ
do
れ
they
ない
have
と
to
ならないん
drag
で
us
すか？
out here?
要人警護は警備部の仕事だし、この辺りは赤坂署の管轄じゃないですか。
Security isn't our job, and isn't this place under Akasaka's jurisdiction?
人手不足だとさ。
They say they're understaffed.
人手不足って。
Understaffed?
新宿署の署長と赤坂署の署長はもともと大学の同級生で警察学校も同期。
The Shinjuku and Akasaka chiefs were classmates in university and the police
つま
academy.
りお互い似たような出世街道を通ってきている。
They even got promoted at the same time. It's like they shared their success.
そういう過去があるもんだから、二人はやれ検挙率だの。
Since they have that shared history, they tend to compete over everything.
何かことがあるごとに競い合っている。
Whether that's arrest rates or cases solved.
この間、新宿で会社員の焼死事件があっただろう。
Remember the guy in Shinjuku who burned to death?
あの製薬会社
Oh,
のですか？
from this pharmaceutical company.
あの時に供述調書を取ったキャバクラの姉ちゃんは赤坂署の連中が探してきたんだよ。
The Akasaka guys were the ones who found the cabaret club girl who gave us her statement.
そうだったんですか？
Huh? They did?
うちの署長としては同期に借りは
Basically,
ってわけだ。
our chief doesn't want to owe his classmate a debt.
それじゃ僕たちは瞳ごくですか？
So we're the sacrifices?
ま、それだけじゃ
Well,
ねえが
that's
な。
not all.
見てみろ。
Look over there.
あそこにいるのは渋谷署。あっちは目黒署。
That group there is from
さっきす
Shibuya.
れ違ったのは
That one is from Meguro. And we just walked by
品川署ね。
officers from Shinagawa.
木島。
なんでここに？
Why are you
調
here?
査よ。
To investigate.
あなたね、二言目には調査って言えばいいと思ってませんか？大体普段は反社やテロ絡みの。
Is investigate your catchphrase now? Besides, isn't the agency's focus on terrorism and organized...
この港区に隣接している区域から刑事や警官が借り出されたって感じね。
Minato is right next door, so our investigators basically get dragged out here.
まあ、これだけ大勢集められるのも無理はねえ。なんせ副総理が行方不明だからな。
Well, it makes sense to call all these people. The deputy prime minister's disappeared after all.
消えたって聞いたけど。
Did you say disappeared?
だから忠告したんだよ。
Look,
次に狙わ
I
れ
did
るのは
try to warn them.
政治家かもしれねえぞって。
tried to tell them a politician might be next.
行方不明の副総理と秘書2人が最後に目撃されたのがこのホテルだ。
The Deputy Prime Minister and two of his secretaries were last seen at this hotel.
12階で副総理を乗せたエレベーターが1階に着いたら誰も乗っていなかったって話らしい。
I hear he got an elevator on the 12th floor, but it was empty when it arrived on the first floor.
どういうこと？
How could that happen?
俺はそこにいた人間の勘
I
違いじゃない
thought
か
the
と
witnesses were just imagining things.
3人がエレベーター
But
に
the
乗った
security
姿が
camera shows
ホ
all
テルの
three of
防
them
犯カメ
get
ラ
in
に
the
映っている
elevator.
そうだ。
まるで階段ですよね。
It's just like those stories of people getting spirited away, right?
バカ野郎。
Don't be
煙じゃ
stupid.
あるまいし
People don't just
人間がそう
disappear
簡
into
単に
thin
消え
air.
るかよ。
ホテルの出入り口の防犯カメラに副総
Were
理
they
た
on
ち
the
の姿が
cameras
映
at
って
the hotel entrances and exits?
このホテルは昭和初期に建てられたホテルで防犯カメラの数が少ない。
The hotel was built in the early Showa period. There aren't a lot of cameras.
各エレベーターホールに古いテープ録画式の防犯カメラが各位置。
Just one old school camera in each of the elevator halls.
廊下やロビーに防犯カメラはなく、正面口にも裏口にもない。
There's none in the halls, lobby, or at the front and back
監
doors.
視の目が少ない理由から政治家の密
It's
会
the
や
lack of
芸能
cameras
人
that
の
make
間
this
引きに
place
使われる
popular
こ
for
とも多く
politicians
て
and celebrities keeping a low profile.
モトラさん、随分と詳しいですね。
You sure sound like an expert, Inspector Motora.
以前このホテルで新宿の鮫島組と国交省の役人が密会するってタレコミが入ってな。
We once received a tip that the Shinjuku Samejima would be meeting with an MLIT official in secret at this hotel.
1週間張り込んだことがあんだよ。
Stakeout lasted a whole week.
1週間
Week?
まるで昔の刑事ドラマみ
It's
たいです
just like what
ね。
you see in old police dramas.
やかましい。
Oh,
こっち
shut
だ
up.
ってそんな
Think I wanted to be playing paparazzi like that?
防犯カメラがないとなると3人がまだホテル内にいるのかホテルから出たのかわからないわね。
If there aren't any cameras, could they still be in the hotel? Or did they leave? We don't know, I
赤
suppose.
坂署の連中が当時1階にいた人間に話を聞いている。
The Akasaka officers are talking to the people who were on the first floor at the
それに
time.
よると誰も副総理たちが
Apparently,
外に出た
nobody
姿
saw
を
the
見てい
Deputy
ない
Prime
そうだ。
Minister's group leave.
となるとまだホテル内。
So they're still inside?
さあな、すでに全ての部屋を確認したようだ
Who
が、
knows?
どこにも3人の姿はな
I
い
hear
らしい。
they already checked all the rooms but couldn't find them.
ほら、もうまんま神隠しじゃないですか。
So they totally were spirited away.
お前な、
You're still on that?
神隠しとは何の前触れもなくある日突然人が姿を消してしまう現象のこと。
Being spirited away refers to the phenomenon where a person disappears one day without any warning. Be right back.
Hmm?
原因が何かは別にして神隠しの話は世界でも数多く報告されている。
Putting the cause aside, there are plenty of stories about this happening all over the world.
1872年11月7日、一隻の帆船がニューヨークからイタリアのジェノバへ向けて出港した。
On November the 7th, 1872, a ship left for Genoa, Italy from New York.
帆船の名前はメアリー・セレスト号。
Its name was the Mary
出
Celeste.
港から1ヶ月後の1872年12月、
In December 1872, about a month after it left port,
ニューヨークからおよそ3900キロの大西洋上で漂流しているメアリー・セレスト号が発見された。
the Mary Celeste was found adrift 3,900 kilometers east of America in the Atlantic.
船内に乗組員や乗客は一人もおらず、積み荷は無事で6ヶ月分の食料と水も残されたままだった。
None of its passengers or crew were found, but their belongings and 6 months of provisions were left intact.
乗組員たちは一体どこに姿を消したのか。 航行可能な船をなぜ遺棄したのか。
Where did the crew go? Why was a perfectly operational ship
未
abandoned?
だにその謎は解明されていない。
To this day, nobody knows what happened.
他にもある。
And there's more.
1890年、パリへ向かう列車。一人の乗客
There
が
was a
列車
man
に
who
乗って
took a train to Paris in
しかし
1890.
出迎えようとパリに集まった友人たちの前
However,
に彼が姿を現す
He
こと
never showed up to meet the friends awaiting his
個
arrival.
室の窓がロックされたままの状態でその乗客は
The windows in
列
his
車の中から
compartment were
姿を
locked, but he was nowhere to be found.
1949年バーモント州南西部走るバスの中で乗客たちが一瞬目を離した隙に
In
乗客の一人が消え
1949,
た
a man disappeared while riding the bus in southwest Vermont.
1953年ミシガン州の空軍基地発進した F-89 戦闘機がレーダーから突如消失し
In 1953, an F-89 fighter vanished from radar after taking off from a Michigan Air Force base. It was never found.
今回の事件もそれと同じだって言いてえのか？
You're saying this case is just like those ones?
いえ
No.
理由もなく人や物が消える
There's no way a
そうじゃ
person
な
can
い
just disappear into thin air.
理由があるから消えるの
There has to have been a reason.
それって
I mean,
法務省に置いとくには。
you're way too good for the Ministry of Justice.
ここ最近東京で起きる事件はどれも匂う。
All these cases
裏
in
で
Tokyo
何
lately
かが起
seem
きている気
fishy.
がしてならね
Feels like there's something working in the shadows.
憶測で動くと危ないわよ
Speculation is a dangerous game.
え。憶測じゃねえよ。刑事の
I'm
第
not
一感ってやつ
speculating. Call it my sixth sense as an investigator.
お互い捜査のやり方は違うかもしれねえが、真相に近づければまたどこかで会うだろう。
We might have our own methods, but as we close in on the truth, we're sure to run into each other
それま
again.
で手柄を急いで死ぬんじゃねえぞ、木島。
So, don't go getting yourself killed. You hear,
あな
Kojima?
たたちもね
Same goes for you
行く
two.
ぞ、清原。ホテルを
Let's go,
洗いざらい調べるぞ。
We're turning this hotel upside down.
あ、はい。
Excuse me. I'm gonna skip this part. 3 hours later. It makes it in the morning. 9 o'clock in the morning. 8 a.m. Oh, sorry, it was 5 a.m., not 6 a.m.
遅くなってごめん。
Sorry, I'm late.
何かあったのか
Did something happen?
弟と話をしてきたの。
I was talking to my brother.
異能教団も山野井も私にとっては憎ん
I
でも
hate
憎
the
みきれない
psychics
存
cult
在。
and Yamanoi with every fiber of my being.
いつの日か山野井を弟の前に連れて行き謝罪をさせるつもりだった。
I thought that one day I'd drag him before my brother to repent for his
自分が
crime.
犯した罪を
I
心から
wanted to
悔い
make him
させるため
beg for forgiveness.
私が望んでいた結果ではないけど
This isn't how I
山
thought it
野井
would
が死ん
end.
だ今
Now that
ようやく
Yamanoi is
弟は
dead,
眠ることがで
my
きる。
brother can finally rest in peace.
狂人の最後というものは大概あっけないものだ
Madmen often don't get what they truly deserve in the end.
私も山の井には法の裁きを受けさせたかったが
I wanted Yamanoi
多
to
く
be
の
judged
人
by
間
the
の
law
恨みを買い
too,
すぎた
but I suppose you made a few too many enemies.
ごめん仕事に
Sorry.
市場を挟んで
I shouldn't bring my personal feelings into
悲
work.
しみ苦しみ怒り憤りそう
Sorrow,
いう人間的な感情があるから
anger,
私た
resentment.
ちは事件を追っていける
It's because of those emotions that we can go on solving cases.
お互いそういう感情をこれからも失わ
Smells
ないこと
amazing,
だ
by the way. So we should never let ourselves become unfeeling.
大月副総理の事件
Do you
あな
think
たは
psychics are
能
involved in
力
the
者が
Deputy
絡んで
Prime
いると
Minister's
思ってい
case?
るの？
それはわからない
Can't be sure.
直接絡んでいないかもしれないが
They might
調
not
査
be
してみ
involved
た方がいい
directly,
と思ってな
but we should still investigate this.
どうして？
Why?
これだ
Take a look.
副総理が異能
Otsuki
教団から
received
献金を
donations
受けていたと
from the
記事が
psychic's cult.
え？
What?
2013年頃から
From
教団が解
2013
体するまでの間定期的に副総理の隠し口座に資金が流れていたらしい
Put the blanket over you. From 2013 until the cult was dissolved, Otsuki would receive regular transfers into a secret account.
つまり副総理は山野井とも何らかのつながりがあったということ？
That like a ladder or something? Maybe. So the Deputy Prime Minister had some connection with
そう
Yamanoi.
考えていいだろうその結果何らかの事件に巻き込まれたのかもしれない
We can assume so. That might be how he got caught up in this case.
これにかけてもらわれて、
Okay.
これが今回の事件の資料だ
Files for you to investigate. Why isn't she sending them to me via courier like she normally does?
ありがとう。
Thank you.
事務所に戻ったら
We'll
すぐ
start
に
once I
調
get
査を
back to the
開始する
office.
わ。
秋葉失踪後48時間が経過すると
Pomona.
失踪者の生存率は下がるとされている
The survival rate for a missing person drops after 48 hours.
48時間が
That is your time limit.
わかったわ。
Alright.
それまでに居場所を突き止めてみ
We'll
せ
be sure to find him by then.
私は
I believe there's a possibility that the organization has been using your father's research in its experiment.
父は
My father always
自
said that
分の
his
仕
job
事
was
は
saving
人を
lives.
救うことだと言っていました。
I've seen people who believe that the unknown areas of the brain are the key to human evolution.
進化させることができると信じている者たちを見ました
検視官が証言してい
The
たん
coroner
ですが
testified that all the victims had an enlarged prefrontal cortex.
脳の前頭前野が
Okay, give me 6
肥
seconds.
大化していたそう
I
です
can't. These are automatic. They're just psychic powers. Who do you think provided them? If you'd like, I can give you whatever powers you want. Yamanoi, you have taken countless lives, including Tomona's brother, Koiso, and many other innocents. Go to hell. That's only 8 weeks. That's only if we get the two stripes, though.
I will. You will.
She grades at her own pace, babe. I'm not gonna push it. Up. Wake up. Wake up! This bitch sleeps a lot. Are you awake? We just got an urgent request. Deputy Prime Minister Otsuki disappeared from an elevator. We're going to solve the mystery. I got the case file from Yuika. Right, what have I got? Materials on the missing Deputy Prime Minister Otski and his 2 secretaries obtained. Blueprints at the hotel where the incident took place obtained. Map of the surrounding area and crime scene photos obtained. Set of security camera videos from the hotel obtained. How many videos does this bloody thing need? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 videos. Statements from people in the hotel obtained. Newspaper articles of the incident and tabloid on Deputy Prime Minister Otski obtained. Christ. Deputy Prime Minister Otski covert diet session. Secret draft budget. Extra. Hotel search involving 100 officers. Deputy Prime Minister Otski missing. The Akasaka spirited away. Let's start by organizing our information. The crime scene is the Amanoe Hotel in Akasaka, Minato. It's a high-class hotel frequented not only by politicians but also by celebrities and athletes. It was founded in 1890 and was only a 3-story wooden brick structure back then, but it was expanded in 1968 into the 12-story concrete hotel that it is today. Blueprints for other floors available. Security was heightened that day for Otsuki's visit, and there were no guests in the rooms. Three people went missing. Deputy Prime Minister Otsuki and 2 of Prime Minister Kamukura's secretaries. The woman wearing glasses is Eiko Shiratsu, secretary to the Prime Minister, 27 years old. The man is Haido Nina, secretary to the Prime Minister, 26 years old. All 3 disappeared from the hotel elevator. They boarded the elevator on the 12th floor, and it descended to the 1st floor without stopping. When the door opened on the 1st floor, there was nobody inside. They were gone. It was like they never even got in. We should be able to verify that with the secret security footage, so let's check that out later. The police interviewed people who were in the hotel when the Deputy Prime Minister disappeared. The statements they took should provide hints as to what happened, so make sure to read them. That's an overview of the incident. Our role is to figure out how the 3 of them disappeared from the elevator. Let's get started. Where did the 3 of them disappear to? Let's start with security camera footage. Oh, this is going to take me a while. Huh? Hang on. Oh. I haven't got a... Deputy Prime Minister Otsuki had dinner at the 12th floor restaurant and then entered the elevator with the secretaries. Let's start with the footage from the 12th floor. 12, 11. Okay, so it's all floors. Okay. Can't make it big screen. Can't do anything either. There's the Deputy Prime Minister and his group.
Poor fuck. 2 rebirth drugs successfully generated new adult teeth, returning to 8% of all participants in phase 2 of trial development. Damn, son.
Looks like the three of them did get into the elevator on the 12th floor. So it's going down, going down. What was that? Did you see that? The video goes funny. There, at 10:05. Goes weird. 10:05. 10:05:30. Okay. About the second or third floor. Nothing unusual seems to happen after they enter the elevator. Next, let's review the footage from the security camera on the first floor. The lift's being called up.
Eh,
10:05 p.m. That's when they got in. Let's see if it goes. That's when they got in. Let's see if they go 30 seconds. If it goes weird as well.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it does it as well. Exact same time. There's a weird thing. I think these were all altered. Something happened at 10:05. Door opened around the second or third floor. They should be getting out here, but when the door opens, there's nobody there. Let's check to see if they got out on another floor. Okay. I'm going to check. Let's try the second floor.
Lol. Funny. Man and woman had sex in an MRI machine to show what happens in the body from a medical perspective.
Oh, yeah, hang on, what?
The video was X-rated. X-rated.
Sorry, babe, I'm trying to get clues. Okay, it's going up now.
Oh, in the bag.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Okay.
Yes, this. I don't like them.
Why? They should be getting on the elevator about now. Hmm? Yeah, sure. Be right back, guys. Okay, so I've managed to screenshot. Huh? I know. I've managed to screenshot the noise. So that is legit evidence. So the noise happens around the second. So I'm going to do the same thing on here.
You know, just in case.
Too late now, babe. I was going to do it tomorrow. No, I said I forgot. I'll text her tomorrow. If I don't bump into her tomorrow morning.
Huh?
If I don't bump into her tomorrow morning.
Or I could do after. Any fucking cold. I need to get any damage into the back. Please. Please.
Let's see if that happens on all of them. There's no sign the elevator stopped on this floor. Did you say the same thing about this one? No sign the elevator stopped on this floor. I don't see what floor that was on. I'd say like the 7th or 8th floor where it came from. That might be significant as well. But we have noise on this one as well. Floor 8 that it came from.
Did I eat it or not? Right, because then. Noise there again. So this is where the elevator originated from before it was called up to the 12th floor. See if anybody gets on. No, nothing happening. Everybody's just standing there.
Two more to go. We checked the cameras for floors 2 to 11, but there was no sign the elevator made a stop. In other words, it's not possible that they got out on a different floor. Are there any other ways that they could have gotten out of the elevator? You want to know the structure of the hotel elevator? Don't they have access hatches like in the movies? Could they have gotten out that way? It depends on the elevator itself. I'll send you diagrams of the elevator used at the Amanoe Hotel. Elevator schematics. Those are the Amanoe Hotel elevator schematics. Let's see if it's connected to the outside. Opening front view. Overhead view of elevator shaft. There is entrance and exit. Those are the elevator doors. Security footage didn't show them going out through there. Specifications. Model. Maximum persons 13. Lift speed 19 meters per minute. Elevator car dimensions. Entrance exit dimensions. Floors stopped at 1 to 12th floor. 2 doors center opening interlinked. 2 doors center opening electric. Intercom standby at chosen floor. Function administration key switch railing. Room mirror, emergency hatch, no emergency hatch. From what I can see in the diagrams, there doesn't appear to be a hatch on the ceiling. Could someone have gotten in from the outside? If someone had gotten in through the ceiling, there would certainly be some traces of it. And even they had gotten into the elevator and even if they'd gotten into the elevator shaft, it would have been very difficult for 3 adults to move through it without a ladder. Doesn't appear like they could have gotten out other than through the doors. Let's return to the evidence board. a look. The photos. Oh. I wonder what badge that is and why she doesn't have one. Ooh. Oh. Oh. Oh my gosh, babe. That looks amazing. Mmm. Mmm. It tastes amazing too. Mmm. I'm like audio daughter. Mm. Feed the cat again. Gotta look after the servants of Bagagwa. The children. Oh, there he goes. No. No. I get a trophy for doing this. Yeah, reviewing past cases. I don't know what the point of it is, though. Oh, there's mushrooms. Kaito. Tokyo.
こんにち
Nino.
は。
Oh. Hello there.
今日は
Ah,
神隠しにつ
That's
いて
right.
知りたいのですね。
I suppose you're here to ask about the disappearances.
わかるの？
You already knew that?
はい。
Yes.
神隠しとは
The phenomenon where
人
people
が
suddenly
突然
disappear
消える現象
is
です。
called being spirited away.
山や森などに入り込んだ人や村里に住まう人がある日突然姿を消す現象を
It occurs when people mysteriously disappear into the mountains, forests, or from villages.
神様が人を隠したと例えたことに由来します。
They likened it to being taken away by the
神
spirits.
隠しの多くは神域に踏み入った人がこちらの世界に戻れなくなったり
It often occurs when people tread on sacred ground. They just vanish from this world.
山に住む天狗がさらったとされています。神隠しを別名天狗隠しというのはそのためです。
Tengu are said to live in the mountains. They are typically seen as the culprits.
神隠しにあった人はどうなるの？
What happens to the people who disappear?
二度と現れなかったり、数日後に記憶を失った状態で発見されたり、
They are either never seen again or reappear several days later with memory loss.
消えた場所とは全く違う場所で発見されたりと様々です。
Often found in a completely different place from where they disappeared.
共通して言えるのは、神隠しにあっていた間の出来事を何も覚えていないということです。
The victims all have one shared trait. They don't remember a thing about what happened while they went missing.
ただ、私は赤坂のホテルで消えた人たちは神隠しにあったのではないと思っています。
I doubt that the people from the hotel in Akasaka were spirited away.
どうしてそう思うの？
Why so?
3人はどこか薄暗い建物の中にいるのが夢で見えました。
I had a dream where the three of them were inside a dim building.
そこはコンクリートに覆われた場所で、3人以外にも人の姿が。
The walls were all concrete, and I saw someone else there with them.
別の人間が？その人
Someone
の
else?
特徴は？
What did they look like?
私の夢は全てが陽炎のようで、細部までは判別できないんです。
Everything in my dream was hazy, so I couldn't make out any details.
ただ、副総理と思われる人物はまだ生きています。
All I saw was that the deputy prime minister seemed to be alive.
わかったわ。
All
あ
right,
りがとう。
thank
い
you.
いえ、少しでも調査の参考
Don't
に
mention
な
it.
れば。
I just hope it can be of help.
今日はお会いできてよかったです。
I'm glad we were able to see each other.
払えたまい、清めたまえ、噛むながら守りたまい、先はえたまえ。
May impurities be cleansed and purified. May the gods grant you safety and good fortune.
そうね。
There was no way out of the elevator except through the door. If that's the case, why doesn't the security footage show them getting out through the door? Did anything unusual happen at the crime scene? Police interviewed witnesses at the scene, so let's take a look at their statements. Mukai Kana. Okay. Employee in charge of the front desk operations. See what they have to say. Approximately 1:30 p.m. arrived at work. Started work at 2 p.m. At about 8 p.m. greeted the deputy minister and entourage. At about 10 p.m. answered some phone calls. The phone sometimes disconnected during the calls. 10:30 p.m. handed over duties to the night shift worker. And 11 p.m. left work. See, the telephone calls disconnecting is interesting to me at about 10 o'clock. The phone cut out. The phone doesn't seem relevant, but it could still be a clue. Let's keep that in mind. Okay. Next. Is there anything interesting here? Funai Iwasaka, employee, and he's the doorman. 2 p.m. start at work. Approximately 8:30, greeted the deputy minister and entourage at the front entrance. At 10 to 10:30 in the evening, exited the hotel through the front entrance to check what was happening outside. Left work. Briefly went outside due to hearing loud thunder, but could still see if anyone left the hotel. Did not see the deputy prime minister. Okay. It's certainly possible that lightning could strike suddenly without any rainfall. Male guest questioning. Hirimi Guy, age 28, president of venture company. Before 10 p.m. he arrived at Amano Hotel with a female companion. At approximately 10:30 p.m. he left the hotel. Be right back, I'm just gonna finish my dinner. So, he tried staying at the hotel as he had been curious about it for a while. Some kind of issue occurred with the lobby light, and he was told that a room could not be provided since all were fully booked. Since the lights were broken too, he was annoyed that the high praises for such a reputable hotel appeared to be false. He was not paying any attention to other guests, so does not know if the Deputy Prime Minister was in the building or not.
Wasn't far.
I saw it somewhere, yeah. Hang on, let me just sit up. Let me sit up and find out. Maybe I'm sitting on it. No.
I lost my phone.
No, you haven't. It's probably...
Not in that lounge.
Pick up that. Maybe it's under there.
No.
Have you already checked?
Yeah, but... Met that and my phone. No.
Well, eat your food first and then you can find your phone later, okay? The lights were broken. That seems unusual for a reputable high-class hotel. Many people reported things happening during the time of the incident from 10 p.m. to 10:30 p.m. Hard to believe that's a coincidence. Maybe we should check if anything else was happening at or near the scene during that time frame. You want to know if anything else happened near the scene in Akasaka between 10 and 10:30 p.m.? If anything happened there, it likely would have been online news articles or social media posts about it. I'll use AI to put together any news from the Akasaka area around that time frame. I'll send you a list, so take a look. So, arrests made for benefit scam. Police questioning regarding a suspicious vehicle in Akasaka. Earthquake in Minato-ku, Tokyo. Truck and bicycle collide intersection. Power outage in Akasaka, Minato-ku, Tokyo. 10:05. Reports of several mysterious lights at shrine in Akasaka. Late night brawl between students at the park and arrest made for flying unregistered drone. Ever since the lockdown due to the pandemic, you hear about cases like this a lot. It appears that benefit scams like this are on the rise. I'll send you an online news article about it. Make sure to take a look. Police questioned someone about a suspicious vehicle. What could have happened?
Hi.
Someone was questioned about a vehicle that was parked in an alley in Akasaka for a long time. I'll send you an online news article about it. Make sure to take a look. Earthquake in Minato-ku, Tokyo. There was an earthquake on the day of the incident. I wonder if it affected the hotel. There appears to have been an earthquake that day. Thankfully, it was small and didn't have much impact. I'll send you an online news article about it. Make sure to take a look. It looks like there was a traffic accident. A truck and a bicycle collided at an intersection and the cyclist was pinned underneath the truck. I'll send you an online news article about it. Make sure to take a look. Oh, so there was a power outage in Minato. Yes, it appears that the power went out for about an hour. I'll send you an online news article about it. Make sure to take a look. But there doesn't seem to be any evidence of it in the videos. Mysterious lights at a shrine? Could this be relevant? Some people reported seeing mysterious lights above a shrine, famous shrine in Akasaka. I'll send you an online news article about it. late night brawl between students at the park.
これは
This is about a brawl? Weird. I wonder what could have happened.
はい。
There appears to have been a brawl between student groups. I'll send you an online news article about it. Make sure to take a look. And an arrest made for flying an unregistered drone.
これは
This is an unregistered drone? I can't help but think of that last incident in Harajuku.
ええ。
Someone appears to have launched an unregistered drone in Akasaka. I'll send you an online news article about it. Make sure to take a look. I know. Right, let me start at the beginning. So this is article of the benefit scam. You'll look into that. Then let me know if you find anything suspicious. 5 individuals in their 20s arrested for sustainability benefit scam related to measures against the new infectious disease. Total amount of damage exceeded 100 million yen. Wow.
すごいわね。
100 million yen. They stole a huge amount of money. Seems like the more advanced the internet becomes, the more scams like this there are. We better be careful not to get caught up in any. At around 10 p.m. on the 23rd of October. Okay.
そうね。
Time matches up with when the Deputy Prime Minister and his secretaries disappeared. The Akasaka police station of the Tokyo Metropolitan Police Department arrested 5 individuals in their 20s on suspicion of fraud for defrauding the government in a benefit scam related to measures against new infectious disease. The total amount of damage is estimated to exceed 100 million yen. The 5 individuals are suspected of conspiring under the direction of their leader, a 28-year-old man, to pose as recipients of sustainability benefits, applying to the Small Business Administration with false details and having the money deposited into their accounts. Police have not disclosed the identities of the 5 individuals. Monkey, what are you doing? Okay. The number of cases of benefit fraud and scams are on the rise. The aftermath of the new infectious disease continues. The fact that these scams are rampant means that the aftermath of the pandemic and lockdown is ongoing. Continues. And although the lockdown has been lifted for some months, there are still no signs of economic recovery. That's some nice weather numbers. Study English. Huh? Infinity, you mean? It's meant to be an infinity sign. Oh, okay. Well. Okay, so that's the benefit. Akasaka Minatoku. Marijuana found inside suspicious vehicle after police... Marijuana?
なるほど。
Marijuana can be used for medical purposes overseas, but it's an illegal drug that's banned in Japan. It doesn't seem to have anything to do with the incident. Found in suspicious vehicle. You what? We'll need to charge it, monkey. After police arrive at scene and question driver. On October 23rd, a man in his 20s was caught in possession of dried marijuana in a vehicle parked on the street in Akasaka, Minatoku, Tokyo. According to the police, at around 10 p.m.
そうね。
That was around when the Deputy Prime Minister and his secretaries disappeared. A call was made to the police in Akasaka, Minatoku, about a suspicious vehicle that had been parked on the street and had not moved. The police officer who responded to the call questioned the man in the vehicle and found dried marijuana in a plastic bag in the trunk of the vehicle. The man was then arrested on suspicion of violating the Cannabis Control Act. Police has not disclosed the man's plea. The article. Seismic intensity 2 earthquake hits Tokyo.
そういえば。
There was an earthquake in Tokyo. I do recall feeling a bit of shaking. wonder if there was any shaking in the Akasaka hotel. On October 23rd at around 10:03 p.m. That was right before the Deputy Prime Minister and his secretaries disappeared. According to Japan Meteorological Agency, the epicenter was located in the 23 wards of Tokyo. The depth of the epicenter was approximately 80 kilometers, and the magnitude of the earthquake was estimated to be 3.7. There is no risk of a tsunami occurring as a result of this earthquake. Details of seismic intensity in each area. Seismic intensity 2. Tokyo, Chiyoda-ku, Minato-ku. Minato includes Akasaka, where the hotel is located. Large office areas such as Roppongi and Toranomon, commercial areas such as Omotesando and Odaiba, and upscale residential areas like Azabu and Shirokanadai. Tokyo Tower, one of the symbols of Tokyo, and the Rainbow Bridge are also in Minato. Shinjuku, Shinagawa, Meguro, Setagaya, Shibuya, Nakano, Suginami, Neriman, Erogawa, Hachioji, Mitaka, Fuchu, Machida, Hino, Komae, Tama, Inagi, Nishi Tokyo. Kanagawa, Yokohama, Tsurumiku, Odagayaku, Kohoku-ku, Asahi-ku, Midori-ku, Seiyaku, Kawasaki, Kawasaki-ku, Nagahara-ku, Takatsu-ku, Tamaku, Miyamae-ku, Azabu-ku, Sagamihara-ku, Midori-ku, Chioku. I think it's areas. Article on the traffic accident. Tokyo, truck and bicycle collide at intersection, pinning man underneath. Driver arrested for neglect driving resulting in injury. On the afternoon of October 23rd, a truck and a bicycle collided at an intersection in Akasaka, Minato-ku, resulting in the cyclist who was pinned underneath the truck being taken to the hospital where he remains unconscious and in critical condition. According to the police, at around 9:30 p.m. on the 23rd, that was around when the Deputy Prime Minister and his secretaries disappeared, female witness called emergency services to report that a truck and a bicycle had collided, resulting in an accident. This occurred at an intersection at Akasaka 7 Chome, Minato-ku, and the victim is believed to be a 26-year-old man from Meguro-ku, Tokyo. Police arrested the 40-year-old man driving the truck on charges of negligent driving resulting in injury. The man admitted to the charge, saying that he had run over the cyclist. Police are continuing to investigate the details of the accident. Power outage at approximately 18,500 buildings in Akasaka, Minato-ku, Tokyo. Monkey, what are you doing? There was a power outage in Minato due to lightning. Looks like there was a localized power outage in the Akasaka area that included the Imano hotel that lasted an hour. Whole hour? Usually long power outages due to lightning strikes are prevented because utility poles and power lines automatically stop transmitting electricity when they occur. But I guess that didn't work this time. I see hacking isn't the only thing you're knowledgeable about. Power outages are the bane of computers and servers after all. I've researched them before. Also, places like hotels, hospitals, and large department stores have an emergency power supply in case of outages. Emergency power supply? They're power generators that can be used if the electricity cuts out due to a natural disaster. But they can't supply power to an entire building, so essential and safety equipment are prioritized. In other words, medical equipment and elevators will work, but other appliances would likely not be powered. I see. Monkey, what are you doing? There was an hour-long power outage in Akasaka from 10:05 to 11:05 p.m. But the elevator continues going on after. Plus, all the testimonies from people at the Amano Hotel mention things happened in that time frame. Thunder, a power outage, things breaking down, an old hotel. I feel like we might be missing something. Let's check if anything else odd happened at the Amano Hotel that wasn't in the testimonies. We might find the key to solving the mystery of why Deputy Prime Minister Otsuki and his group disappeared. According to Toto Electric Power Company, starting around 10:05 and lasting 1 hour. That was right around when the Deputy Prime Minister's group disappeared from the hotel elevator. Power outage occurred at approximately 18,500 buildings centered in Akasaka, Minatoku. That's in the same place as the Amano Hotel. It might have been affected too. With power restored by 11:05 p.m., the company attributed the power outage to a lightning strike on a high-voltage power line. I remember the hotel doorman testified that he heard some loud thunder. If the power outage occurred due to that lightning strike, the hotel should have been affected. Power outages occurred in the following areas: Minato, all of Akasaka, Minami Aoyama, 1 Chome, Roppongi 2 Chome, Roppongi 4 Chome, Roppongi 7 Chome. I checked, and the Amano Hotel does have an emergency power supply. That's how the hotel would get power if it stopped receiving electricity due to an outage. That's why even though the hotel staff and guests did notice some brief abnormalities, they may not have realized there was a power outage. But keep in mind that the hotel's emergency power supply still can't provide electricity for everything. There will be parts of the hotel that won't be powered during an outage. I'll send you wiring schematics for the Amano Hotel, so please take a look. Seriously, schematics for every single floor? Ah. Reports of several mysterious lights at shrine in Akasaka. Mysterious blue light sighted in the sky above shrine. On October 23rd, several mysterious lights were spotted near a shrine in Akasaka, Minatoku. A little after 10 p.m. on the 23rd, that was right around the time when the Deputy Prime Minister and his secretaries disappeared. A video provided by a witness showed a shining blue light in the sky above the shrine. According to experts, this blue light is a blue jet. They're blue jets. They're a phenomenon that appears as blue lights. I've heard they appear above thunderclouds, but could this be related to the incidents? A rare phenomenon that is seen above clouds that can cause severe thunderstorms. And then an article on a fight between students. Late night brawl between students in the park. The Tokyo Metropolitan Police Department announced that on October 24th, they arrested a group of 12 boys aged 14 to 18 on suspicion of assault for attacking a student group meeting in Akasaka. Students getting into a violent brawl. What a disturbing incident. But I don't think that a student altercation has anything to do with our case. Things have been getting quite violent lately. We better be careful not to get caught up in anything. In Akasaka, Minatoku, as well as a group of 8 boys aged 15 to 17 from Akasaka who fought back. According to a senior Metropolitan Police Department official, at around 10 p.m. on the October 23rd, that was around when the Deputy Prime Minister and his secretaries disappeared. A group of 20 students attacked 15 Akasaka students who were holding a meeting at a park in Akasaka 5 Chome. That park is a long way from the hotel, Minatoku, and a fight broke out. 7 members of the attacked Akasaka student group were seriously injured and 2 remain unconscious in critical condition. 8 members of the attacking student group were also seriously injured, with 1 member conscious but in critical condition. The Metropolitan Police Department will interview the students pending recovery from their injuries. Damn. Unregistered drone flight. Arrested for flying an unregistered drone, I wanted to get attention by copying the Harajuku incident. He was arrested for trying to copy the Harajuku incident, it seems. That incident is getting copycats. Guess it won't be forgotten anytime soon. On October 24th, the Akasaka police station of the Tokyo Metropolitan Police Department arrested a self-employed man on suspicion of violating the Civil Aeronautics Act unregistered flight but flying a drone that was not registered with the government over a TV station in Akasaka. The suspect was arrested on suspicion of flying a camera-equipped drone that was not registered with the government from a park in Minami Aoyama to the TV station at around 10 p.m. on the 23rd. That was one of the deputy prime ministers. The man confessed, stating that I want to get attention by copying the Harajuku incident and was practicing for that. As to why he was flying the drone over the TV station, he stated, I thought that if I dropped things over the TV station, it would be seen on TV and attract attention. The drone was strapped with plastic bags to carry the objects. Right, first floor wiring. Let's do it. That's the emergency power. If an outage occurs, the hotel will switch to this immediately. It looks like the hotel lights and elevators are connected to it. But the wiring doesn't show it connecting to the security office. What happens to that during a power outage? Security camera is wired to the security office. The tap icon represents the equipment that records the security tape icon. Does that mean the security camera recording equipment isn't powered during an outage? The security footage doesn't appear to have stopped due to the hotel's power going out. If the recording stopped, wouldn't that cause the footage to cut out or the timestamp in the upper left to skip? Didn't notice that happening in the footage. Let's check it again just in case. There is a distribution panel in the cloakroom next to the front desk. According to the wiring schematics, this connects to the security office and provides power to the elevator hall security camera. There's a security camera set up here. The wiring schematic shows that it gets power from the distribution panel. Nothing's different on any of the floors. Hmm?
The fucking phone. Do they standard key guitar? Standard key.
Little down there.
Nasty.
Yeah, nothing's changing on any of the floors. I'd just like to get through all of it quite thoroughly. Let's check this one. That's the restaurant. Okay. Was the screenshot taken from footage on a videotape? Yeah. The Amano Hotel security cameras all record to a VCR, so our evidence came as videotapes. I see. Of course.
That is disgusting.
Sure. That, guys. So, if a power outage occurs while a VCR is recording, the recording will stop. After power is restored and recording starts back up, noise like this will appear where it left off. Which means the online news article said that the power outage lasted for an hour. I need to wash my hair tonight, so I'll need a fresh bath. The online news article said that the power outage lasted for about an hour. That means there's an hour missing from the Amano Hotel security footage. The timestamps for the tapes are probably off by an hour too. Clocks that aren't equipped for outages would be behind for however long the outage lasted. So the timestamp after the noise should actually be 11:05 p.m. We obviously wouldn't see the Deputy Prime Minister and his group on footage from an hour later. Exactly. But the thing is so seamless from when it stopped. Oh. It's like a magic trick. It only looks like they were spirited away because we've been assuming they disappeared. The wool was pulled over our eyes. Let's go over this at the evidence board. When the power went out, the hotel lights and elevators switched to the emergency power and were unaffected. But the VCR in the security office that saves the security camera footage had stopped. After the power was completely restored, the recording picked up again, but the timestamp was wrong. In other words, the security footage is actually missing an hour of recording. So the cameras wouldn't have recorded the Deputy Prime Minister and his group leaving the elevator. That explanation rules out being spirited away or any other supernatural phenomena. The security footage didn't show them getting off the elevator because the recording stopped due to the power outage. But wouldn't that mean they should appear on cameras outside the hotel instead? There should be some cameras on the street or in parking lots that have saved footage to the cloud. You want to check the security cameras outside the hotel? Unfortunately, there aren't any cameras that show the entrance of the Amano Hotel, but there are a few parking lots and buildings near the hotel that have security cameras. They're all battery powered and save their footage to the cloud. I'm putting the location of security cameras on the map. I'll also send you security footage from when the Deputy Prime Minister's group disappeared from the hotel. Yeah. Let's try the Hikawa, the Akasaka third parking lot. Bring that up. This is quite some time after they disappeared. Nothing there. Hmm. 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 That's them. Wait, look, aren't those three?
これは
Isn't that the missing deputy prime minister and his secretaries? Let's screenshot this.
そうね
We'll compare the face of someone in the video to the photos we have just in case. That's definitely Mr. Nina. He seems calm, so they must have just walked out of the hotel without incident. Just in case, let's run compare on Deputy Prime Minister Otsuka's photo too. That's definitely Deputy Prime Minister Otsuki. We couldn't find them in the hotel, but that's because they left. No wonder the police couldn't find them. Sometimes you can't see what's right under your nose. Let's use the security footage to see where they went. we check the other cameras past this point, we can figure out where they went. Can you get us the security footage? Fortunately, that's the last sighting of them that I could find. Look at the map. They're heading to a large street that leads to the expressway. There's too much traffic and too many ways they could have gone. What? Isn't there any way? If we scour all the security footage and speed cameras on the road, we might find them, but that could take days. We only have 48 hours. There's not much time left. Then we'll have to think of another approach. Right. Thank you. Let's go back to the evidence board for now. The three were outside the Amano Hotel, and they were headed somewhere. Let's put up a photo of their last sighting. This is the last we saw of the three, but where did they go? Where could they have... I'm getting a call from Eureka. Hello? What's up? Turn on the news right now. She's meant to be off. Turn on the news right now. It's on every channel. News? Okay. What could it be? Let's turn on the TV. At around midnight, the Prime Minister's office received a tape from those claiming responsibility for the incident. Someone claimed responsibility? I repeat. At around midnight, the Prime Minister's office received a tape from those claiming responsibility for the incident. Jane, let's head to the Prime Minister's office right now. We might find out something about the case. Nagatacho, Chiyoda, Tokyo, Prime Minister's residence, 2 a.m. Hey, stop filming from there. There are so many reporters here. First the murder in Harajuku, now the Deputy Prime Minister gets abducted. Cases have nothing in common. But the culprits made a public statement in both. I thought whoever committed the Harajuku case just did it to attract attention. But based on the statement released by the Deputy Prime Minister's kidnapper, he might have gotten the completely wrong idea. Think about it. Various objects were easily dropped from the air onto a crowded street. A high-profile member of the central government was abducted without anyone knowing. What if it had been a bomb or a bioweapon instead? Or the Prime Minister, or someone else who knew state secrets? In other words, these would have been acts of terrorism. Hey, there's the Prime Minister. There, over there. Get him from that angle. Yeah, you two. Out of the way. Sorry. Prime Minister. Hey, Mr. Prime Minister, have you had any contact with the culprit? Can we get a comment on the culprit's statement? Please calm down, all of you. Our finest officers are doing all they can to find the person responsible. We will capture the culprit, this terrorist, and we will make it perfectly clear that we will never give in to any demands or threats from terrorists. Our outstanding officers and self-defense forces will not yield to terrorism. And I believe that Deputy Prime Minister Otsuki will come back to us safely. We must all remain calm and wait patiently for his return. Mr. Prime Minister, does the culprit intend on returning the Deputy Prime Minister alive? Do you know who the culprit is? If just waiting would solve this case, my job would be a lot easier. I don't know why he's praising the police and self-defense forces so much. But I'm not stupid enough to take him at his word. Politicians are always looking to stick the blame on others when things go wrong. Don't you agree? Huh? I guess? The Harajuku case was practically terrorism, so I didn't expect it to wrap up so cleanly. But an abduction? The culprit statement isn't even targeting an individual, but the country as a whole. If a terrorist attack was the intention, why abduct the Deputy Prime Minister of all people? I'm sure there are more effective targets to take hostage. And would a terrorist wanting to make that statement really carry out an abduction? Just doesn't make sense. Say that the goal was to extort the government for money? Acts of terrorism are based on some ideology or political agenda. They use fear and violence to make people take them seriously. There's always some end goal. If they just want money, they're no different from your regular kidnapper. Why insist on calling it terrorism when there's no apparent political goal? Doesn't that seem strange when all they demand is a ransom? Put it that way. There's something deeper here. Inspector Motora, finally found you. Daita from the Akasaka precinct is looking for you. Yeah, I'm coming. See you. Good luck on your article. We're not with the news. And he's gone already. But he's right. This isn't consistent with terrorism. We might learn the reasoning behind this if we find the culprit. I'll contact Yuika and ask if we can get the original tape of the culprit statement. Let's head back to the office. We might find some clues on the culprit's identity if we keep investigating. Looks like the tape of the statement claiming responsibility we requested from Eureka is here. Investigation material package obtained. Recording of the statement claiming responsibility obtained. Let's ask her about this tape on the dark web. We just got the tape. That's the statement sent by a suspect who identified himself as God of Destruction, Jack. A food delivery courier said he got paid to deliver it by a thin guy wearing a black hoodie. Black hoodie? Did you see the person's face? Apparently his hood was covering his eyes, so the courier didn't get a good look. The tape is legit. Same one the Prime Minister's office got. We've already verified that it wasn't altered. contains a ransom demand and the ravings of a coward just trying to show off. Okay, we'll see what we can do. We can use this equipment to analyze the recording. You can use specialized equipment to analyze audio files saved on the PC and cassette tapes that contain recorded audio.
それじゃあ
How to analyze audio. You can analyze audio evidence using specialized equipment. Once the waveforms are displayed, the AI automatically detects the sounds and voices in the audio. Detected sound and voices are divided into blocks and individual frames are displayed as the audio plays. You can play, pause, rewind, and fast forward to the recording. The rewind and fast forward speeds can also be adjusted in increments. There are two displays, D1 and D2, so you can view a different audio file on each one. If you wanted to get a closer look at a piece of media, you can switch one display to full screen mode. My name is Jack, God of Distraction. Listen well, you foolish people. No one's ever gonna catch me. No one's even gonna figure out who I am. I'm not evil. Those who didn't give me money and power are the evil ones. I'm the God of vengeance, the God of destruction. I was sent to take revenge on those foul giants who monopolize wealth and power. The story of David slaying Goliath is not merely a fairy tale. Listen well, you fools with your power. I'm the one who is worthy of such wealth and power. If you ever want to see the Deputy Prime Minister alive again, I have 3 billion yen ready in 5 hours. I'll give you the drop location later. 5 hours. If you don't get the money ready in time, the public will see his bloody corpse. I have no use for the Deputy Prime Minister, I just want the money. Don't try anything strange. Remember, 3 billion yen. It sounds like your typical ransom demand. Just like Ryuichi taught us, audio recordings are comprised of sound waves at different frequencies. We can see that what frequencies make up this recording by examining each of them on the sound level meter shown on the display. If the level meter is moving, that means there is a sound at that frequency. You can turn up the knob of the frequency you want to hear and turn down the others to focus on one sound. If a sound catches your attention, change the frequency to listen to it. We're listening to sounds at 400 hertz right now. Stop there for a second. Didn't you hear something besides the culprit's voice? I think I heard music. Look at the level meters. The culprit's voice is at 400 hertz, but there's some other sound at 16 hertz. Can you turn up the volume for 16 hertz and play it again? Where's this music coming from? Let's clip the song portion and ask our colleagues about it. In audio analysis, you can trim an audio clip of blocks or waveforms that the AI detects. Trim audio, press R1 with audio detected. If there are multiple waveforms in the same detected block, the frequency set to the highest volume will be displayed. We've clipped the sound. Let's ask our colleagues. I used AI to search the internet for the sound you sent and found some interesting results. What did you find? This music is a children's song called Yuyake Koyake. Why would we hear Yuyake Koyake? That's the interesting part. I'll send you information on where this music is used. Take a look. Children's song Okuo Nakamura Shin Kusakawa. Lyrics written by Okuo Nakamura. Composition made by Shin Kusakawa. Published in Cultural Score's New Child Song Volume 1. Special Yuyake Koyake bus operated from Keio Hachioji Station, Jinbakogen Shita. Only in the spring and fall on Sundays and holidays. Placed 3rd in Japan's Song People Choice Ranking Classics. 2003 placed 5th in Best Children's Songs. 2005 adopted as the departure melody for Hachioji Station. Is the Hachioji Station departure melody? Is that what we heard in the statement recording? Let's look into Hachioji Station. Chosen to be included in the collection of 100 Japanese songs, and service ended for the Yuyake Koyake bus in 2007. Hachioji Station? I've put up a map of the area around Hachioji Station. Statistically, kidnappers are often in the same location as their hostages, so we can assume the Deputy Prime Minister and 2 secretaries are likely with their kidnapper too. So the culprit was in the vicinity of Hachioji Station, where the Yuyake Koyake departure melody could be heard. It would seem so. I'll display the range in which the station departure melody can be heard. I found some buildings in the circle that are big enough to hide 4 adults, where the neighbors are unlikely to notice noises and won't question anybody coming or going. Their locations are up on the map along with their property info. Wow. Thank you. It'll be hard to deduce where the suspect is with this information alone. If the police raid the wrong place, we could risk alerting the suspect. So we have to get this right. Here's some music. What could that be? I feel like I've heard it before, but I can't remember where. Maybe we can use a track on the culprits. Look, is that siren from the fire truck? I'm listening to audio stuff. I'm just extracting some stuff. Give me a second. Can't hear.
So cold.
にふさわしい。副総理を無事に返してほしければ、5時間以内に30億円用意しろ。受け取りの場所はまた後で伝える。5時間だ。用意できなければ、国民は副総理の血まみれの死体を目にすることになる。俺は金さえあれば副総理に用はない。くれぐれも妙な真似はしないことだ。30億円を。
Why is it all just person's voice? Oh, is it all saved under something different? That's a fire truck siren. The sound alone won't tell us which street it was going down. But our time frame is from October 23rd at 10 p.m. when the Deputy Prime Minister left the Amanoa Hotel in Akasaka, to when the Prime Minister's office received the tape at 12 a.m. on October 25th. I'll add locations where fires occurred in the area around Hachioji Station within that window to the map. That narrowed it down a little, but we still can't tell for sure. Okay. I need to go back.
俺は復讐の神であり、破壊の神である。俺は復讐の富と権力を私利私欲のために独占する醜悪な巨人だ。小さき者が巨大な存在を倒すという話はおとぎ話だけではない。小さき者が俺の名前は破壊神じゃ。
You know anything about this melody? Maybe they asked to search for similar melodies, but there was only one match. It's the music that plays when you enter the small chain supermarket in the city called KC Mart. Music that plays when you enter a store. You know, when you walk in and there's a little jingle that plays. What's that? Oh, I feel like I've heard those before. So that means there must be a supermarket near where the culprit is, right? Yes, exactly. I'll put the location of KC Mart's near Hachioji Station on the map. The blue circles are the range in which the store music can be heard. Got it. Thank you. We'll have to use the information we have on the map to figure out where the culprit is hiding. Once you've narrowed it down, put something that has the address of the location on the evidence board. Those blue circles are the range where the music store can be heard. If we figure out where the music was coming from, it might tell us the direction the culprit was facing. Do you remember which direction the music was coming from? I don't remember. Let's listen to it again then. This is the supermarket music.
どう思う？
Which direction was it coming from? Left. And the culprit must have made the recording facing this direction. If you think the direction is wrong, select one of the arrows on the dark pit map. The train station, departure music, supermarket, and fire truck siren. That's all the information we have. Let's use those sounds to narrow down a location. Put any suspicious locations on the evidence board. I feel like there was I don't know. Can't tell where that is. No, man. Hmm. I think that sounded, if I had to hear it, sounded quite central, almost behind me. Hmm. I don't want to get this wrong. Guys, it's 10:15. I might just call that here for now. Only because I need to get to bed. I have work tomorrow. Everyone else has work tomorrow as well. So, thanks for joining me. It was really fun. I may not pick this up tomorrow afternoon, but I could potentially pick this up on Wednesday evening. If not Wednesday evening, I'm off on Thursday, my night shift week, so I will be able to play again on Thursday as well. So please join me then. And until then, have a lovely evening, and I'll see you then. Bye for now.